Hi. Just a couple of folks have mentioned that I might be able to add some tips or some experience and teach a little bit. So I'll take a little pause here for an idea that popped into my head watching a few clips of different folks recently. And that is the art, if you will, of bending. A lot of folks tend to rush into bends, almost slamming onto the pitch. I'm sure there's a lot of teachers out there that have suggested, practicing and making sure that that you hit the pitch of what it is you're trying to, the note that you're essentially playing, but in a slow type of thing where you're playing some melodic line, you're playing some slow blues or something, it tends to sound kind of jarring to me when you rush a bend and just jerk right up to the note. It kind of loses some of the melodicism compared to going at it a little more gently and using the time you have. Or even slower. There's, it just kind of keeps more of that emotional flow of it. The other thing is that kind of creeping up on the note, not exactly nailing straight to it, but coming up underneath it, and then you have a little bit of tension and then you resolve it, which is, a common device for any, interesting solo. You create some tension and then you come home again. So again, when bending, so you're almost there, and then you bring it home. So that adds, some sway, some melodicism to the line. Worse is if you over bend and go slightly sharp, then it really stands out and is kind of jarring. I mean, if you're Chris Kane and you can, do those step and a half bends things, but even those, he kind of does the same thing. He comes in up underneath the note and makes you wait for it. That's part of the art of him. You never know quite what he's going to pull out of the toolbox until he finally lets you see it. So, I mean, obviously, if you're doing something faster, then you're going to, want to come at the note a little quicker. But even at that, that's still using part of the note value. Then I almost can't even do it. I'm so used to bending slowly. So basically just thinking about how the melody flows in your mind and working your way through those bends, and add a little tension and spice to it. Same thing, a note that's, starting on a bend. If it's sharp, it kind of goes, what was that kind of thing. But again, since you're not really playing the note, it's a grace note to get from some someplace and end on a specific target pitch, then you can afford to be a little flat on it, which sounds a lot. There's just, at least to me, it sounds more interesting to my ear. So hopefully you got something to play with, and you can mess around with some nice slow blues backing tracks and see how much you can milk out of those lines. Have fun.